What's good, everybody? It's Batman. We're going to do something a little different today. Instead of doing some Naruto reactions or anime and things like that, we're going to switch it up and do some IRL content today. So we're going to be checking out a YouTube channel that I am not going to pronounce. I will just show you them. They're actually a really good channel. They have 21.2 million fucking subscribers, goddamn. And they have incredible fucking content. Like, when I say incredible shit, like, if you really want to, like, expand and kind of open up the mind, you name it, this motherfucker is just goated. An absolute goated. And I love the animation and the unique editing style he has as well. So, once again, make sure to check him out. Give him all the love and support. And subscribe. You guys in the vibes. But we're going to check out this video. It says, how do we make money on YouTube with 20 million subs? Let's fucking check it out. Let's see. How do you make money on YouTube? Let's get it. Hopefully this is also, constructive for everyone and helps out for anybody trying to be a YouTube content creator as well.
In 2023, Kurzgesagt has existed for 10 years. Insanely long in internet years.
Yeah.
We're among the largest sciencey channels on YouTube and still a bit of a black box to people. So let's talk about ourselves a bit in 3 parts. Our backstory, how we finance our work, and the values of Kurzgesagt. Let's jump back to a more innocent time. From humble beginnings to today. Kurzgesagt's foundation was laid when Philip, our founder, dropped out of high school as a teenager.
Bruh.
Learning seemed daft and useless, and he wasn't interested in anything. Until a very special teacher at a school for dropouts grabbed him by the neck. The way she taught was different. She talked about connections and the big picture. She told a story. For the first time ever, Philip wanted to learn more without being forced. It was a key life experience.
Nice.
Kurzgesagt tries
That's a really important, eye-opening experience, to be honest. A lot of people don't really get their awakenings throughout their life, and it's really sad, you know what I mean? Which leads to mental health issues, depression, etc., the whole nine. And when you find that spark, bro, and you figure it out, and you know what you want, or what you need to seek, or what to even pursue, in a sense, it goes a long fucking way. Man spoke facts there.
Create this experience for you. Nothing is boring if you tell a good story, and we try to tell these stories to spark excitement and make you want to go on and learn more.
Absolutely.
Because of the one teacher that could do this, Philip got a high school degree, studied history and design, and eventually started Kurzgesagt as a passion project inspired by Crash Course World History. In 2012, YouTube was less commercial and more idealistic. You couldn't make a living with videos as involved as ours, and that was fine. The goal was creative freedom, and so for the first few years, it actually cost money to make Kurzgesagt. We had no outside funding, just intrinsic motivation and a few friends from university.
Hey, I can relate to that, and you heard that, intrinsic motivation. Facts. Me all day, every day. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, fun fact about me, if you guys want to know a little bit more, I only do YouTube because I'm just extremely passionate and I love it. I really love making content, playing games, sharing those experiences with you guys, and even having a community as well, which has been incredible. To have even a small community so far, it feels great. It boosts everything up in a sense for me as well. It's like a fucking amp, basically. It's a great experience overall, and I couldn't imagine not ever being willing to do it. I really love it. It's great. And that's the most important thing. Like, I would never ever rely on this as like my main source of income, or basically as a way like, oh, I need it no matter what, and I gotta be really careful, blah blah. Especially with all like the cancel culture nowadays, and this and yada yada. Unfortunately, I'm not like that to that extreme regard. I could live without it. Like, I could do other careers or do other things and be perfectly fine in my life. Literally like doing it now. So. But when it comes to content creation, YouTube, I can absolutely relate to that. Absolutely. Like, it's about the experience, and it's about that particular type of motivation that makes you want to do it, even if you weren't even obtaining any profit. It's not about the money. It's not about all the social attention, whatever you name it. Sure, those could be perks along with it or pros, but it's mainly about what you get out of the experience and how you can envelop and enforce your creativity upon people to just see what it is. And now with how everything is nowadays, you can be rewarded for your creativity and for your uniqueness or for your work ethic, and you busting your ass or being a grinder or whatever the case may be, So it's incredible. YouTube's come a long way in that regard. Everything has pros and cons, though. I will say that. But either way, absolutely.
Clients during the day and on Kurzgesagt at night, 80 to 100 hours a week. It was a real struggle, but also very rewarding.
Yeah.
But then Patreon launched, sponsorship started, our views increased, YouTube changed. In 2015, the channel began to break even and then to earn a profit.
Nice.
But we were pretty burned out at this point, so we decided to bring in more friends and hire the first team members full-time, creating a legal entity. More people meant that we could stop overworking, do more, and improve. But we also needed to earn more. The livelihood of real humans depended upon it. None of us had...
So you guys can't lie, bro. Isn't this shit kind of cool and like pretty like nice to watch and entertaining? Come on now. Come on.
...in running a company.
Gotta acknowledge talent when it's there, bro.
Big or to grow, it sort of just happened. A decade later, Kurzgesagt is not a small project anymore. We are an animation studio with offices in Munich and Berlin. We need computers, monitors, tablets, desks, coffee, contracts, pay licenses, taxes, rent, and insurance.
Damn.
In 2023, our team consists of over 60 employees and a lot of freelancers around the world.
Wow.
Salaries alone cost millions of dollars a year just to stay around. This creates an interesting problem. With such high production costs, how can we publish our work for free?
South Carolina.
That's a good question. Let's see.
Where can we...
Fuck out of here.
How we finance Kurzgesagt. We've added up our earnings from 2015 through 2022. Our sources of funding change depending on opportunities and the state of the world. Early on, agency work was our main source of income. Ad revenue varies. In some years, we got more sponsorships than in others. The shop didn't exist for a long time.
So you see that? That's actually really important to help you guys out. So watch. So it's a little branch. So like you can make profit and financial income from YouTube through different outlets. It's like one tree, but it branches off in different ways in how you obtain that income overall. And it just builds up to basically a certain amount of net worth, and that's how you can get a lot of money, right? But it's multiple variables, and this is important. Watch.
Ad revenue varies. In some years, we got more sponsorships than in others.
So, as you can see, Patreon, agency, sponsors, and YouTube. Just those 4 categories, he's getting profit. Makes a big difference instead of having to rely on one category.
The shop didn't exist.
And then there's the shop.
For a long time. Then it became pretty big after we launched our calendar.
Yep, and then you got a merch and all that, and you name it. That's how you really make money, when you get merch.
Of our revenue comes indirectly or directly from you. You watch our videos with ads, support us on Patreon, or buy from our shop.
Yep.
The single biggest source of income by far is our shop, that alone accounted for 40% over the last 8 years.
Wow.
The shop started
Telling you, merch.
But once we published our calendar for the first time in 2016, we realized it could really help us do more things, and we started producing more and more science products, from our posters to our gratitude journal or universe scented candles. YouTube ads accounted for 13% and Patreon 9%. So without your support, we would cease to exist. Our shop and Patreon are our most important sources of revenue, and because we see ourselves as science...
Once again, goes to show that YouTube relies on the community and relies on your fans and all that, and basically your success and your worth is dictated by your community. You know what I mean? And that's just how it boils down to any form of content creation or even social media, whatever. It boils down to the people on this planet. You know what I mean? They're the ones basically giving you your mansion and this and this and this and yada yada. You know what I mean? If it wasn't for them, you would have fucking nothing, you know?
Communicators, we don't just do merch.
You gotta be grateful. You gotta be grateful.
But sciencey products that we spend hundreds of hours researching, discussing with experts, polishing up and working on directly with the manufacturers. They are part of the science story we try to tell. It also just feels good to get directly funded by you guys and give you something back for it on top of our videos. YouTube ads are a crucial part of our funding as well, but they are not within our control. Then there's paid agency work, which we stopped doing in 2022. It accounted for 9% of our revenue over the last 8 years.
Okay.
Not in the beginning, not much by the end. Then there are commercial sponsors advertising products.
Yep.
They accounted for 12% of our revenue.
Okay.
We also got about 7% from German public broadcasting for the German channel, but ended this partnership in 2022. Finally, there are institutional sponsors representing about 10%. Some people take issue with this, especially Bill Gates has come under public scrutiny, and we've been criticized for even working with organizations funded by him. So let's look at this 10% in more detail. About 3% of our revenue over the last 8 years came from the Gates organizations for a wide variety of topics, often suggested by us. 5% comes from open philanthropy and is only used for specific projects. With these funds, we've started Arabic, Hindi, Korean, Japanese, Portuguese, and French channels, bringing more free science content to more people.
That's pretty cool.
And there's a 2-year funding for original TikTok content, which gives us freedom to explore and learn how to do short-form science communication.
Wow.
The final 2% came from other organizations like the Red Cross or the UN, for example. We choose institutional sponsors carefully, but if organizations want to fund videos that help us spread quality information about relevant topics, this is an easy yes for us, if we have the capacity for it. On top of that, the institutional sponsors we're working with align with our values. We have contracts with every grant giver or sponsor that bars them from editorial influence other than suggesting topic areas like global health or climate change. We agree on video topics together, but sponsors can neither influence details nor our conclusions. The final decision always remains with us.
Okay.
And usually we develop the topics of the videos autonomously and tell the sponsor what we're doing afterwards. If you're interested in how we research our videos in detail, our head of research wrote an article about it. Running an educational YouTube channel is a balancing act.
Audio just got like super loud out of nowhere. Holy shit. Damn.
That we take very seriously. We're doing our best to maintain this balance, adjusting whenever necessary. As a team and a company, we want to grow to give more people access to a science-based outlook on the world. This brings us to our final topic. Why are we doing Kurzgesagt?
Reinvention is
Fuck you.
Our values and our vision. Our core mission is to spark curiosity.
Yep.
We want to make science and humanism accessible for as many people as possible.
Awesome.
The effort we put into creating our videos is a way of achieving that. Our videos are beautiful because that helps to spark curiosity,
Yep.
to understand complex topics, and because it just feels good to create and watch.
Facts. who wouldn't fucking say that? It feels good to create shit, bro.
Is as intensive as it is, so our videos are a good simplification of very complicated topics. We want to make people excited about science so they rediscover subjects they hated in school and see how amazing they are. On top of curiosity, we want to inspire long-term thinking and a positive, constructive outlook.
Yeah.
Being optimistic about the future of humanity is not mainstream, and we think this is horrible. Pessimism often sounds smart and gets more views, while optimism can sound naive, but this is a bias that's not helpful for us as a species. So, despite the gloominess of many topics, we want to approach them with informed and well-researched optimism. Not brushing humanity's very real challenges aside, but also not falling into the trap of pessimism. We want to inspire you to dream a little about the glorious future that we could actually build, but only if we believe it's possible. In the long run, we don't only want to do this on YouTube. The idea is for Kurzgesagt to be a positive influence across more media. On our TikTok channel, in the long-form content we're exploring, in apps, in the VR game that will be released later this year, and the games we plan to make in the future. Our shop is a central part of this vision. We start our stories with a video and end them with a poster. There are so many things we want to do, and thanks to you watching this right now, we have the freedom to work to the best of our knowledge and ability. In the end,
You're welcome.
we hope you like what we offer and that we'll be doing something worthwhile for as long as we exist. And hopefully, we'll have a lasting impact by making science and learning more fun for as many people as possible.
All right, all
If you
right.
personally want to help us do this, you can watch and share our videos, check out our shop, become a Patreon, or give us an ad blocker exception. We exist because of you, and you have no idea how much we appreciate that you're here. And hopefully, we're less of a black box now. In any case, doing Kurzgesagt for a decade has been a pretty crazy ride. And so, from the whole team, thank you so much for being with us all these years.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how long I was with them, to be honest. I mean, I can't say that, but, you know, because I just, like, saw this channel and eventually subscribed to it a bit ago, but overall, incredible video. That was a very insightful, very great video, very, like, positive and giving a lot of, you know, really important wisdom and you know, an insight, you know, like, really, really important to know these type of things, just in general, to figure out who you are as a person, what you want to do, to find that light within, you know, you name it, and then just to make the best of it and to do it because you absolutely love it and are passionate for it. Once again, like, it's not about the money. It's not about, you know, all the materialistic things you can get out of it, that's irrelevant. You know what I mean? You could die the next fucking day, either by an accident on purpose or by just some natural cause. Like, life is way too short to focus on things that can't bring you back. You know what I mean? It's all about your happiness and doing what you love and what really means the most to you, you know? So I really love how they kind of hinted on that a little bit. And then just once again, very informative. All the information they gave, like, just incredible. It really goes to show you how complex, in a sense, YouTube is, but not really. It's like a simple, complex process, you know? And the fact that they got so big, he literally has a fucking team. He has 60 employees, bro. Like, that's crazy, you know? Like, so good for him, man. You know what I mean? I'm glad he or she, I don't know, but I'm glad they're successful. I'm pretty sure it was a he, because he was talking about, like, I think he was even talking about himself in the beginning of the video, like history and how everything happened to begin with. But so I'm pretty sure it's a he. But either way, you know, really, really happy for him. Glad. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like, comment your thoughts down below. Subscribe for more content. Subscribe guys to the channel. You guys in the vibes. Help a brother out. Let's get to this level 2. Batman out. Peace.